Hello and welcome. My name is NBZ and I am your host for today's Lady Arcaders Attract Mode. Lady Arcaders is an all-women's gaming collective that welcomes all women in gaming, speedrunners, developers, and casual fans alike. In addition to our cozy private community, we run weekly showcases on our Twitch channel, as well as larger charity events throughout the year. Speaking of charity events, Lady Arcaders Super Showcase 2025 is back from August 21st to 24th, once again benefiting CARE. Check out the schedule at ldy.gg/last25 and join us for 4 days of fundraising and fun in late August. And even though things are heating up in the month of August, we're looking ahead to September and always excited to see more of what y'all want and can do with the power of gaming. Send us your showcase ideas for Attract Mode at ldy.gg/start. With that, put on your yoga pants and racerback tanks, fill up your water bottle, and do some stretches, because it's time for Banjo-Tooie Any Percent Fitness Challenge by Ad129. 129.
Hello? Yeah, I'm Ad129, and who's ready to watch me get fit?
I'm ready to watch you get fit, because I will not get fit.
Yes, so I'll get into what this challenge is after we start the run. But yeah, this is Banjo-Tooie. I can begin right now, honestly, so I'll give a countdown in 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright, so what you might be wondering, what is the Any Percent Fitness Challenge? That sounds like a chaotic challenge. It is. So first off, this is our first trick, and we didn't get it. It's okay. It's a hard trick. We get to watch a cutscene. Basically, the goal of this category is there are a lot of collectibles in this game. This is part of the 2000s era Rareware Collectathon series of just so many items to collect. Someone in the Banjo speedrunning community thought, there's so many items in Banjo-Tooie. What if you have to do one type of exercise per collectible? So like a push-up, a sit-up, a plank maybe? And so that was the creation of this challenge. So I'm doing the Any Percent version because that is 50 to 1 hour long. There's a 100% version, which is 5 hours long. I can't do that yet. So yeah, we're just gonna be following the standard Any Percent route. So first thing that we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be fighting Klungo. This is the first boss of the game, and I got kind of unlucky. I got the hardest potion. He has 3 different potion types. He has a blue potion, which is what I got, a red potion, which makes him grow, and then a green potion, which makes him invisible. So blue potion is the hardest because he splits into multiple versions of himself, and you have to hit the correct one. And usually I always hit the wrong one at some point. So we're gonna really hope I don't do that here, but it's probably going to happen. There we go. Usually that last one is where it happened because he splits off really weirdly there. But yep, that is Klungo. And so now we're going to be going into the actual run. This is where we're going to begin doing exercises.
And I have a paper here with everything written down. I will be mathing the entire time, and I promise Ad will not get out of doing a single one of these exercises.
Perfect. Alright, so we're going to be going into Iolo Hags here. This is our main area of the game. This is where all the levels are. This is where you unlock levels. And this is also where a decent bit of collectibles are. So our first collectible is going to be a treble clef. Treble clef gives you 20 notes. And basically, a treble clef counts as 4 different note nests, since note nests give you 5. And so if a treble clef gives you 20, that's math right there. And so we have to do 4 different exercises here. So that's our first collectible. That was Red House Skip, by the way. That usually takes me more tries than ever, so I'm actually really happy I got it really fast. Yep, now we're going to be going in here. This is going to be also where we grab our first Jiggy of the game. So, basically, the things we need to collect in this category are basically 315 notes, which is a lot of notes. Thankfully, we don't have to do 315. Just, if I calculated correctly, around like 40 to 50. I forget the exact count on Note Nest. I have it written down somewhere else. 14 Jiggies to open one of the levels that were required to go. And then just other side collectibles like Jinjos to grab us some other Jiggies, Globos for the section coming up, and all that. And so, basically, what we're going to be doing at this point is we're going to be kind of learning more about the lore. This game is very dark compared to Banjo-Kazooie. The reason I say that is we're about to enter Bottles' house, and Bottles has a family with 2 children that we're about to be seeing. However, in the intro cutscene that we skip, Gruntilda like low-key kills Bottles with like a spell. It's really sad. And so his family does not know any of this, and so yeah, it's very dark. And then also the character we just saw who gave us our first Jiggy, King Jinjo, that cutscene we skipped as well. Grunty just zombified him, like just casually. But yeah. The reason we go into Bottles' house is because we need to collect one item. It's called the goggles. Basically, it allows us to zoom in once we have egg aim, which is something we get later on. And so, basically, we just get that just for something much later on in the run. Yep. Now we're going to be doing a set of 2 tricks to get us into the second level early. Normally the sequence would be going to Mayhem Temple and then Glitter Gulch Mine. Nice, first try, plateau skip.
First try.
But in this route, we're actually going to be going into Glitter Gulch Mine without opening the level. And you might be wondering how we do that. Well, this game has not good collisions in some places. We're able to do a setup right here. I'm going to zoom in, line myself up, and then this... need to be a little bit higher. There we go. Second try.
Nice.
That is relatively easy. Because the like gap in like that area is like decently big. So with like a bit of practice, you could honestly like learn that in like probably like 10 minutes. If you really wanted to. But yeah. Here we grab a Globo, which allows us to basically transform with either Wumba here or Mumbo. We're only going to be getting one of these just because what we need to do here with the detonator, which is our transformation for this level, is very important. And so, basically, the gimmick of this game is we're in a mine, and so that's why we're a detonator. There are TNT scattered all over the place. So, the detonator will allow us to explode those TNT. So the first area we're going to be going, and this is where it's very important for us to set this up, is Fuel Storage has a minigame that we activate for the next level, Witchy World, called the Saucer minigame. But the way this works is you have to open this, like, you have to, like, blow up this rock right here, and basically just allow the saucer to, like, get back in there. So, basically... what this allows us to do is this box, which has the saucer, will stop at that loading zone because it's technically not open yet, and so it's just gonna wait there and just stall. And so that's the first part of this glitch, is just opening this area up. All right. Here we're gonna grab these notes and then we're gonna Death Warp. Blowing ourselves up deals 1 damage to us, but then blowing up that guy right there deals 2 damage, and we were at 3 health entering this room. So Death Warping is very much a strategic thing in this game. If you look at any of the 100% routes, Death Warping is a very much common theme, because there's just a lot of backtracking in this game.
It is important to remind everybody that Death Warping is only available in video games. Do not try it in real life.
Very true. That was Detonator Levitation. That looked really weird. The reason is because I detonate myself, but also I press A at the same time, basically. And so what the game allows you to do is it will just levitate you. It's really weird. But yeah, that's our time with the detonator. We're gonna do some exercises. We're gonna do 2 sit-ups. and I'll fit in push-ups at some point. So yeah, I haven't mentioned it. Basically, what we need to do in terms of collectibles is every collectible is equal to one exercise, which is either a push-up, a sit-up, a squat, or a can't think of the word, jumping jack. And so basically, that's going to be our main thing that we're going to be doing. But then another thing that we're about to see, and this is the part that I hate all the time when doing this run, is every move we collect is equal to 30 seconds of a plank. So here we have Jam Jars. He gives us our moves for the game. And so the rule is every move we unlock, which there are 7 we unlock, you do 30 seconds of a plank. And if he does the random RNG thing where he decides to bonk and lose time, we actually add an extra 30 to that. And so it's a minute instead. So we're going to really hope that Jam Jars is going to play nice today, because I do not want to do that many planks. Or do too much of planks, because it's very tiring.
I want to see more planks.
When I did this for Binary Breakers last week, I got like 3 bonks, and it was all sequential, and we were like, Jam Jars, what are you doing? All right, so now we are inside this cave. We're gonna grab our final jiggies for Glitter Gulch Mine, at least for the first time we visit it. So first one is this room. Normally it's a dark room, but they place a really convenient ladder right there. And so we're just able to grab this jiggy very easily and then just fall down. And then this next jiggy is the very scary one. If you play this game, you know what room is coming up. But this room is basically completely pitch black. And there are very small platforms that we're able to walk on. And so I'm gonna focus here because usually my CRT shows this very faintly. So lock in. There we go. Nice.
Nice. Well done.
Whew. Awesome. Push-ups. My room is very small, and so it's very hard to like do push-ups. If you ever do this challenge, definitely try to do this in a big room and not a very small room. Yeah, that's the end of Glitter Gulch Mine. We'll be coming back later for some more collectibles. But for now, we're just gonna be doing a lot of backtracking, I guess you would call it, but mainly just setting up for the next level, which is Mayhem Temple. So here we unlock fire eggs. We really need it for the final boss to make it quicker, and also just here in general, because this switch requires fire eggs. Nice, first try. Usually that is a weird shot. You can't really predict where you can do that at. Alright, so I've written down what I collected in in Glitter Gulch Mine, so I'll be doing those in the cutscenes that are coming up. But for now, here we just have more moves. Here's grenade eggs. This is a very important move, at least when going fast, because grenade eggs allows us to kind of death warp faster. Instead of like trying to find something that will like just allow us to death warp, we can just use our grenade eggs that deal damage. But yeah, we're gonna come back here as well. This is Pine Grove. We're gonna come back. Now we're gonna do something that we should have been doing normally, like before Glitter Gulch Mine, but we're actually gonna open our first level now. This is a very long sequence, so if we have anything to read, now would be a fantastic time while I get these exercises in.
Well, I do want to remind everybody that today we're doing fitness, and you can fitness along. I will not be, but I love you all, and I believe that you all can do it as well. So please, join us.
Those were 10 jumping jacks. I have to do 5 squats. I've written down like my route for what I'm doing.
Very nice.
Oh, that is not the right.
Squatting while doing a jigsaw puzzle. Perfect.
Yep. Alright, and then this is where we're going to be doing our first 30-second plank. Because again, these cutscenes are very long. So, after this text box... Go.
Chat wants to know, what do we get if we do the exercises with Ad129? I guess, I'll submit a fitness attract mode as well, if you do it as well. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
But I need proof. I need pictures of sweaty faces. Somebody
Still in the
mentioned
cutscene.
Somebody mentioned a Ring Fit speedrun, and I will say that I played Ring Fit one time, and I ended up almost passing out on the couch. It was not good. I sold the game after that.
Alright. That was about 50 seconds of planks, so that actually eliminates a lot of the jam jar stuff already. It's really good.
Nice.
Alright, so now we're going to be entering my favorite level, because it's just ridiculously hard at the beginning, then it's just so easy afterwards. This trick that we're about to do right here is very much precise. Because we're basically trying to beak bomb, which is our like one of our flying moves, in a very small like slit right here. So a common thing is I'm going to be bonking on this wall a lot till I get it.
I'm going to say third try. I feel it. I feel it in my brain.
Ooh, that was so close.
My brain was wrong.
I got the hook there though. Oh, okay, I'm getting every version of the fail. I got the fall, which is very close to getting it, but not getting it. Okay. Have one more try before death. Thankfully, when you die here, it's very early on, so we're able to retry quickly. What? What?
Said we're gonna die.
Wait, what?
Wait, we did die.
Wait, I've never seen that. I've never died and then like fall out of bounds. That is a first time. Yeah. I said the line. Because I genuinely have not seen that. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we saw every single version of just how that can go. Yeah, the reason we do that is we are going to go into this area. This is Jade Snake Grove. Very important area for the reason of here is our first Jinjo. So after we collect this move, I'll explain Jinjo stuff while exercising. So basically the way Jinjos work in this game is they are completely RNG based. Basically the way the game handles Jinjos is there are around 52 Jinjos in the game. Each one of them have a different pattern in where they spawn. And they're categorized by like family. So the white family has one, the orange family has two, etc. And so with that in mind, we want to have the best RNG where we have the white one in one spot early on, two of the orange ones in the same level, and then the yellow family, which has three. So thankfully there are only around 50 patterns. So we're able to enter a file, copy and paste it, and so we're able to, that's why I'm using a file already pre-made. Which has all the correct Jinjo spots. And then as of recent, people have been using different patterns for different reasons for different routes. But for now, I use one pattern, because when I was trying to grind for this pattern back in 2021 when I was learning the game, it took me 15 hours to get this pattern, so...
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was not lucky back then.
Ooh.
Alright, so now that is the hard part done. Now we're doing the fun part. This is 90% flying, at least for this section. So we're going to be grabbing this orange Jinjo mid-air, just like that. We're going to... Oh, it was a weird angle, but we should be able... I bonked.
Oh,
this is
that was
always
so
the
close,
hardest
though.
one. There we go. And then we're going to immediately big bomb down here to grab these notes. Ooh, need that, thank you. Alright. And then now we're going to grab another move. More planks.
Come on, bonk. Come on, bonk.
Alright.
No bonk.
Yes, bonk!
Oh, yes, bonk! Let's go!
So that's what a bonk is. As you can see, it loses time, which is not fun. But also, again, adds 30 extra seconds to a plank.
I can root
yeah.
for bonks because I'm not actually doing the planks.
Alright, and then now, final part of flying. This is always either the hardest part or the most fun part. We're going to grab this treble clef right here, mid-air. So, and line myself up. Ah, too high. Okay, I'll just do this. Okay, and I'm just gonna brief fly over there. Alright, and then the next section, also RNG heavy, but it's basically trying to kill these flies. So this is where we use our very useful mechanic of aiming. So sometimes the flies are just completely not nice. Looks like I'm not getting nice flies. Maybe... There we go. And it doesn't help that the aiming in this game is very much weird because of the N64 controller.
And every missed shot is 10 push-ups, right?
Yeah, let's not go with that. Let's not do that.
I don't even think I can do 10 push-ups.
Alright, so now we have a lot on the queue, and so we're gonna be knocking out a lot of these coming up. So this area, this is prison compound. We grab one Jiggy in here, but the part that I really don't have memorized is basically there's a code that we're going to be entering very soon, and this code has 3 different combinations that it could be, and so I don't have that memorized. So that's the only thing that I do not have memorized in terms of just Banjo-Tooie speedrunning. There are way too many codes, and I don't want to remember those codes. But all the routes, I have them all memorized.
What just happened there?
So that's a mechanic where if that is like an area you can't like step in because there's like an enemy there, and so it just launches you to the first try. It launches you back to like the beginning area of that where that thing is.
Okay.
So we use that to our advantage because that's faster than just like walking back with the boots. All right. So if we remember Glitter Gulch Mine, we are actually back. Not for long though. We're only collecting 3 things here. Okay. So once we are out of this room, I'm gonna knock out a lot of jumping jacks. I believe I have to do at least 15 of them according to my route. So I'll do those. Go.
I don't know why Banjo is not also partaking, but that's fine.
I don't know if that was 15. That probably was 16. I wasn't counting. I lost count.
It's okay.
All
Any
right.
extra doesn't count toward the rest, so you still have to do more.
Very true, very true. Alright, so there's our first yellow Jinjo. I am in water. The collision in this game is very much funky because there are slopes that look like you can like walk on them, then you can't. Then there are slopes that, oh, you definitely can't walk on that. Oh wait, you can. So that was one of those instances that immediately like put me in water, and I'm like, oh great. Alright. So now we're done with Glitter Gulch Mine, officially. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be opening up Witchy World. Well, technically, Glitter Gulch Mine officially now, and then Witchy World. So the way we can do that, and this is a real kind of like a hidden game feature, you can actually talk to this obelisk, and then it'll, if you have enough, if they have the right amount of jiggies, it'll actually warp you if it's unopened.
Cool.
So then that just allows us to open the levels very quickly. Oop, nice. Alright. And for some squats. Oh, my controller's stuck on my chair. Okay, we'll wait on squats to like move my chair. Yeah, we're just solving puzzles, so if there's anything else to read, now would be fantastic.
I'm going to sight read how many squats you're doing.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10, and then do more of this planks. So I have my timer so I can actually count.
I promise I won't count up the seconds for this.
Yeah, you're good. I have a timer for this specifically so I can actually remember.
So happy we broke open that gate that we could have glitched through.
Very true. Oh, okay. I'm gonna wait here for a bit just to get this point. There we go. So that is 2 minutes of planks, which means we have 2 more minutes left overall after we collect everything. So I'm actually happy I'm getting the planks out of the way early. That's a new route thing that I decided on. Because I paused the game at the end of the run last week. Just so like I could get them out of the way then. But I think it's much smarter to just get the planks out of the way. Because like squats in
good route.
Yeah, because squats and like jumping jacks, you can just get out of the way, like during cutscenes and while playing. You know?
We're planking as we finish this puzzle piece. Behold the power of the Jiggly Wiggly! Ow, what?
Alright. Reset the console, because the way the game saves is it does it by loading zone. So we reset there because it's technically faster to do that, to get into the next level. But yeah, other than the last 3 moves we need to collect, I believe that is all of our planks done for now. So we have not much left in terms of what we need to collect, so Witchy World will have all of the notes that we're basically going to collect. And then our final jiggies. So we're almost done.
Alright.
It may not seem like it, but we are pretty much over halfway done. So here, this is Witchy World. This is my favorite level, in my opinion, because it's very goofy. It's supposed to represent a circus and an amusement park, but like very poorly managed. So it's a very interesting level.
I would totally visit someplace called Witchy World.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Try not to get hit by those guys. Those guys are like slot machines. They either shoot out coins like that, or they try to just actively hit you. But they don't have that much control, so we're able for like that one I can just do that. But like the first one, he is literally on top of the node, so we have to like maneuver around him. here's the cactus. We use 3 of our moves here to basically break that bell to get this Jiggy. Yep, here's our next Jiggy, and then what we're going to be doing now is we're going to do the scariest part of the run. Quote unquote. So basically we're going to be going to the max height of the level to grab 1 Jiggy. So before we do that, here's something funny you can do. If you think walls exist in this game, no they don't. You just grab that note through that pool. Alright, so yeah, here, this is the part I was talking about. Climb very high.
Long ladder.
Yeah. And then what we do is we line ourselves up, jump at the edge, do a beak bust to make it, grab this Jiggy, and also fall damage is not a thing in this game when you do a beak bust. The reason why we think that happens is in the post beak bust animation, it just it doesn't know what to do, and so it just makes you invulnerable. But any other type of jump will just take fall damage. So it's really weird. Also, good thing we didn't get a bonk there.
No bonk.
That is actually the laggiest bonk of the game. Normal bonks lose 4 seconds. That one specifically loses how much time? It loses around 6 to 7 seconds.
Oh wow, that's quite a big difference.
Yeah. Alright, so now this is our setup for this trick coming up. I'll actually start explaining it now. It's called Delayed Cutscene Warp, or DCW for short. And this basically is our wrong warp of the game. This wrong warp allows us to warp to any cutscene in the game that doesn't soft lock you. And there are a lot of those, but there are specific ones that do work. And that one specific that does work is warping to the final boss. So we'll be seeing that in around 6 minutes. We have one more level to do, basically. So we're gonna do one more level opening. Since we have 14 Jiggies, this will open up Jolly Roger's Lagoon, which is the level where we need to get Talon Torpedo to get into Klungo 2, and then after Klungo 2, get Clockworks. This section is very linear, so we do one thing and immediately go to the next thing, immediately to the next thing, not sequence breaking it. So this is the most normal part of the route so far. Oh, I have 13. Oh, yeah. Memory slip, it happened again. I forgot to grab the yellow Jinjo. Basically, I forgot the yellow Jinjo at the top of the big top, and that means I have 1 Jiggy short, so I need to go back and grab that. I did this exact same mistake during my hotfix.
Oh no.
I do this way too much, and it's way too funny when it happens. Yeah, like I said, I'm doing this entire route by memory, and so the fact that my memory slipped again in this one section again, it's really funny. Okay, so this is the really hard part, trying to climb up here. Nice. That was a really good line setup. Alright, there we go. And now we're just gonna leave to open that level again.
The Jinjo family has been reunited.
Yippee! Alright. Let's get some workouts done. Did 2 more squats. And then once we enter here, we're gonna do jumping jacks, and then we're gonna do a lot of push-ups and sit-ups. Oh, my cable. Why is my controller getting stuck on my chair? Okay, perfect. There we go, now the door's open. Alright. Alright. Perfect.
Everyone remember to hydrate.
Very true, very true. Alright. So yeah, this is my hardest puzzle in like all the puzzles in the game, because everything in this like puzzle is pretty much the same color. So like you just like are practically guessing sometimes. But I did get lucky that I got a lot of the like side and corner pieces. Oop, that's supposed to go up there. Alright.
Doesn't exactly make it easy that the puzzle's rotating as you're doing it too.
Yeah. It's supposed to help you, but it's all kind of like not making it easy. Okay. Whew. Alright. So after this, we're gonna reset, and so... Oh, how many push-ups? Quite a lot. Okay. Like... It's hard. Okay. I'm gonna reset the console. Boom. Perfect. No more level openings. We have all the levels we need open.
Very nice. I do want to remind everybody that we are taking submissions for Attract Mode in September. Please get those in. We want to see what you do. As long as that is like somehow related to gaming, we want to see it. ldy.gg/start.
Awesome. Okay, now the goal that we have left is we have to collect 315 notes for Clockworks, which is the final move we need to even like beat the final boss. And so our main goal is just to collect 315 notes with the added quest of getting what we need to even get to that point. So here we have a lot of notes that we're able to collect to help get us to that point. So here is Split Up. Now we are solo banjo, solo kazooie. This is the only time we use this move in the route, just for this one switch. But yeah, as you can see, solo kazooie is the fastest way to move, and so that's why we go here to collect these notes as solo kazooie, since solo kazooie has the fastest movement in terms of the 3 different variants of like combined banjo, solo, and Banjo-Kazooie. So now we're gonna be entering Witchy World. This is the scariest part. Like officially, this is actually the scariest part of the run, because this swimming section coming up, if you take damage at any point, you are going to die, and that is not a good thing, because this is a very long swimming section. So what we're gonna do is do this. We are gonna grab some notes in here, since we need to have 295 before leaving this level. So there are some easy notes to collect here. Firstly is this one. And then this one over here.
So is this a category that you personally made up?
No. So this category, I don't exactly know when it was created, but some people in the community were like, hey, there's a lot of cutscenes in this game. What if we just like add fitness to it? And so that's when this was created. This is a category in our Banjo-Tooie memer boards, just full of miscellaneous categories. But this one, the 80%, there are only 2 runners, myself and someone else. But the 100% version has like 7 people on that board.
That is very surprising.
Yeah. So close. Okay. Yeah, this is the area where you would normally get hit, and I did get hit, so we're gonna do a backup. Yeah, so the way swimming works is, or at least underwater, is you have 6 air bubbles, each of them worth 10 seconds. So you have 60 seconds underwater before you start taking damage, and the damage depletes very quickly once you run out of air. And so you literally end where we're going if you don't get hit with 1 health. It's very much this really scary. I for Witch Marathon, but I didn't get hit, and so I went for the like full thing. But then there are eels in the section coming up, and one of those eels decided to not be nice that day and decided to hit me, which ended up killing me. So, again, this is the scariest part when you are trying to go on PV pace. Alright, so this is where our move for Talent Torpedo is. And so now this is our second to last move. Also, that's our first time collecting health, which is really funny. Please don't bonk. Thank you. Okay, we have one more bonk potential later on. Let's hope. I'm personally hoping we don't bonk. I do not want to do another 30 seconds of planks that we have left. Alright, so yeah, that's the end of Jolly Roger's Lagoon. Now we're gonna be fighting Klungo, once again. Also, please. Alright, no sign. We didn't get a sign. Signs in this game have an introduction when you, like, see one for the first time saying, like, hey, read me, I have hints. We don't need those. So, that last sign right there is usually the sign that you read, if you're just going a little bit too fast and you, like, avoid it. So, thankfully, I did not read the sign. Alright, so yep, now we have... This is the only reason why we need Talent Torpedo. This one rock right here.
Oh my god.
Just like that. Awesome. This is where Klungo 2 is. Yeah, I consider these, like, Klungo fights, like, kind of like the checkpoints of the game. Not really, because it's, like, there's only 3 of the fights. But, usually, Klungo like, the first one we saw at the beginning of the game. The last one is actually before you go into the, like, quiz game show, Tower of Tragedy. And then this is, like, the other fight. And so, I consider it, I guess, but, like, in, like, 100%, which is what I normally run, we see Klungo an hour and 20 into the run, and then we never see Klungo 3 ever, because we just warp to the final boss.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah. In a different category, which is called No DCW, or No Delayed Cutscene Warp, which is, like, the kind of like the no major glitches of the game. You do fight Klungo 3, but you fight Klungo 2 in like in the first, like, hour. So it's in that category is like 3 hours long. So, like, again, it's like a checkpoint, but not really. Anyways, I just yapped because, again, this fight is boring. So now we have the best part of the run, the actual breaking of the game. So we're gonna be warping to the final boss after we unlock Clockworks. So this is also where we're gonna finish our planks and then also get a lot of the exercises left. Yeah, here we have our final notes for 315. Just like that. And then now, this is Clockworks.
Final chance for a bonk.
Final chance. I can't look at the screen. Hopefully he doesn't. Sounds like he didn't. Oh. Oh, wait, he did! What?
Oh, we bonked! Let's go!
I didn't even realize I did. Okay, I didn't skip the time. That's a relief. Cool. So now, this is a bunch of cutscenes, and so this is gonna be, just me really getting the final things out of the way now. So, there, give that, and then now what we're gonna do is gonna go into the cinema/bosses menu. Scroll all the way down to Hag 1. And this is where we're just gonna watch the cutscene. This is where we can do stuff, because this is, again, like a 2.
Alright, well, enjoy doing that extra 30 seconds of plank for the bonking. And once again, I do want to remind everybody that we do have our Lady Arcaders Super Showcase 2025 benefiting care coming up August 24th to 21st to 24th. I almost did it backwards. It's not really how time works. Please check out the schedule and join us. You can go to ldy.gg/last25 for the schedule, and our Twitch channel is where it will be host it. So please join us. I will be hosting as well, and I know Ad is doing a run, I believe.
Yes. I think you talked about I took my headphones off because of the jumping jams. Yes, I have a run for Super Showcase. I'm running G-Force any percent. So
yes. Oh, I will be hosting that too.
Yeah. If you know the movie, there's a video game of it. So that's how I've been describing it, because it quite literally is just the movie, but it's the video game form.
I watched the movie, and I will say it is a movie.
That is a very common statement. Awesome. So we have 1 more minute of planks, and then we can get into the final boss. But yeah, as you can see, I did so much in those 40 minutes, and I'm very much tired. I'm excited to get these planks out of the way. Because we can just finish everything out once we enter the final boss. There's a lot of cutscenes in the final boss as well. Alright. So yeah, we're going to be going into Glitter Gulch Mine one more time, because this is where we actually watch this cutscene finish. So, before we do that, again, I have planks to get done. I want to at least get these done during these transitions, so I'm going to actually go over here just for 30 seconds, just to get those 30 seconds of planks out of the way.
Planking time. We're back in the early 2000s when we had the weird planking viral videos going around.
Maybe like early 2000s.
Yeah, maybe 2010s, yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're doing. Awesome. 30 more seconds. Okay, we're gonna go into field storage right here. And then just watch what happens here. We should be going to Witch World theoretically, but that's what happens.
Fuel Depot is like Home Depot, but it's just a gas station.
All right. We're done with planks. Woo!
I have a question for chat, real quick.
Yes.
If you were a boss, what would your license plate say?
Ooh. I don't know. Good question.
Mine would just be like 7 Z's in a row.
I don't. That's a really good question. I do not know. I'm actually thinking, because there's so many good bosses.
You know, if
I want to.
People want to join the Lady Arcaders Discord, we do have a question of the day.
We do have a question
Monday
of the
through
day.
Thursday, and maybe that'll be a question of the day.
Yeah. Someone should definitely put that and then make me think for like 2 hours straight again. The questions always are so good, and I'm like, I have to think.
They really are. We have some really good and also some really out there questions.
Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, this is the basic premise of Hag 1. I categorize Hag 1 as 3 main phases with multiple sub-phases. So currently we're in phase 1. We just finished sub-phase 2. We're entering sub-phase 3, which is she pulls out a literal cannon. But this is not much of a threat to us for the reason of we can just get on top of the drill, zoom up to reduce lag, and then after 4, just like get off. And then like none of the missiles hit me.
I love that part of the speedrun is just reducing lag.
Yeah, 'cause I run on N64 and this game is notoriously laggy, and so doing that reduces lag. When I run just any percent no bit clips normally, my commentator, TSR Storm, always is like, yeah, and I don't have to do this because I run on Nintendo Switch. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, there's no lag on Xbox or Switch. Alright. Yeah, this is the ending of our first main phase. Yeah, as you can see, I'm dealing damage for this first couple phases with fire eggs, because regular eggs deal 1 damage and then fire eggs deal 2. There is a strat where you can shoot grenade eggs. The grenade eggs deal 3, and that's a pretty big difference. But it normally grenade eggs fire at a slow pace. But if you kind of like do something weird with fire eggs, like shoot fire eggs and immediately switch to grenade eggs, it'll like shoot you at the pace of regular eggs. It's really weird. But it's also really hard to like do that while also aiming at her. So I don't do that yet, but it's something that is very much useful in like any percent. And what's it called? In 100%, we actually normally just use ice eggs since we have ice eggs at that point. Because they are the fastest shooting eggs, and so we just do that. But we don't have ice eggs since they're not needed for this category, really. But yeah, now we're gonna be doing, after I deal my 10 damage to Grunty here, we're gonna do this is gonna be the reason why we get clockworks. So we shoot a clockwork out, and we have to go inside of the Hag one to destroy some batteries to completely shut off the machine. So this is a little bit scary, because if you do explode early, you do have to wait an entire sub-phase. So it's kind of scary to like kind of do that. So I take that very safely. But yeah.
We're almost to the end of this.
We are almost done, yes. Yeah, so something really cool about 100% is you do this fight halfway through the run, and so right now you see me, I'm just like stalling, doing random stuff for fun. But in 100%, you would actually use all the downtime you have to restock on all of your eggs. And so like a lot of the fight for 100% is just you have to really be mindful of what you have at that point, since you would still have 2 other hours of completing levels to do, and so you're like pretty low on all your items at that point. So the things we do in 100% are so much cooler, but it's such a long category. Alright, so yeah, now we have deactivated the Hag 1. We are now on to our final main phase. This main phase is very much a like Grunty throwing everything at, that she has. But what just happened? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna mute that. Something just happened. I don't know why my gameplay just started playing out. Anyways, ignore that. So yeah, we're just gonna be shooting Grunty. Now we're gonna be switching to regular eggs, because regular eggs here is very much useful. Because now we have to deal 15 hits at her. And so now be the kind of scary part. I'm also at low health. I'm gonna get health because I do not want to die in this fight. I'm gonna grab health here. Yeah. Ooh, go. Alright, so the next thing that she's gonna be doing is she's gonna be throwing she's gonna release some toxic gas at us. So remember that like underwater feature? This is where it happens. But also, we're speedrunners. That's not going to affect us. That was also our final things we needed to do. So we're done with the fitness challenge in terms of everything. And time will be coming up very soon. And time. Woo! Yeah. So yeah, that is Banjo-Tooie 80% fitness challenge. Grunty just dies. Yeah. Anyways, I have one more thing I want to show off in terms of exercises. This is kind of a fun thing that I wanted to show off, but I kept forgetting to do it, but I remember now. But before I talk about that, basically, this challenge is very much fun, but also very draining. This is why I do it like once a week if I can. But I'm very happy that I've been able to showcase this off for different events, because it's such a cool challenge, because you're multitasking so much. Also, sub 40 in-game time. That's awesome. Alright, so I have a pre-made file for this. Basically, what we're going to be doing is, if you know Banjo-Tooie, you might know of the Canary Mary races. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going to Cloud Cuckoo Land, and Cloud Cuckoo Land has the final two races. And if you know what Canary Mary is, you know what we're going to be doing. But basically, it's about 3 minutes of straight mashing. So this is like the bonus exercise. That's what I'm calling it. It's bonus exercises. So here I have this already open. Yeah, this is like, for me, this is kind of one of my most dreaded parts of running 100%. Is this is like 4 hours into the run, and you now have to mash for a long time. Oop. Yeah, I also gotta be careful because you die so easily in this level because there's like nothing to like fall. Alright, so here there's a flight pad, and then there's Canary Mary. Oh, this is gonna be the fun part. So, we're gonna fly to Canary Mary over here, hop on the whatever that is, and this is just gonna be me mashing. I'm gonna do it on the floor. So the first one, it's just we have to constantly mash. This one's the shortest one because we're just going around the level. But again, this is the hardest part, because this one is gonna lead into the next one, and you're already so tired after this one. So yeah, that's the ending right there. Again, this is a short one. This is the shortest one in the game, but you have to go really fast. Yeah, that's the end of the third one. I'm gonna slow down because again, I did just completely beat her right there. And then you might know this next one coming up. This one is the like straight 2 minutes of mashing. So this is I use a setup for this where I basically mash very lightly until a certain point, and so that's what I'm gonna be doing. So we open it by a little bit of mashing, and then I do a casual mash here to kind of like overtake her a bit, because she's not gonna go too fast, just like that. So I just do a casual mash, and then once I'm out of the trash can area is when I begin to mash a lot. So right here. So here's where I'm gonna focus. This is the final stretch. Do not know where she is right now. Okay, that's not that bad. Alright. And just like that, that is Canary Mary 4 done. Wow! Ooh. Yeah. So yeah, that has been the fitness challenge, plus the bonus of Canary Mary. Thank you so much for having me. I want to give a shout out to the Banjo community, specifically like TSR Stormed, who just helps me on commentary when running these games, but also just the community in general. We're such a great community. I want to thank Lady Arcaders for having me once again. This is my third attract mode, I believe, and this one was very fun to do. Yeah, and then I just want to give shout outs to just all my friends who just support me when doing these chaotic runs of just, oh, it's 12 a.m. and I just thought maybe I could do this challenge and add something to it or whatever. Thank you for just supporting my crazy ideas. But yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv/ad129sr. I'm trying to stream pretty regularly. It's very much coming to an end since I'm going back to my semester at university in 3 weeks, but I'm gonna try to stream. I have a YouTube channel, Ad129. I will be posting my SGDQ vlog from this year on Thursday, actually, at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's 2 hours long, so it's like literal cinema. I have a Blue Sky, Ad129.bluesky.social. Oh, you just find me anywhere. But yeah, thank you for having me.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I want to tell you about what we have coming up next time on Attract Mode. There's a famous character that says, gotta go fast. But we're really testing our runner's mettle in this Garden of Chaos. It's Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, like you've never seen before. A randomizer race. Will Akio or Beam Queen Soul overcome everything the game throws at them to come out on top? Tune in Thursday, August 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern to find out. Thank you all for hanging out with us for today's showcase. Tonight we'll be rating 3 pups, so stick around for just a little bit longer while we send you over to this awesome individual. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.